Wow, Thanksgiving just days away. Turkey, traditionally the star of the meal, but what do you want to offer a different main dish?
Here with some delicious alternatives is the owner of the Old Homestead Steakhouse, Marc. Thank you so much for coming back. We always appreciate it.
My pleasure. Well, you know, 1621 was the first Thanksgiving when Native Americans and the Pilgrims had autumn harvest, and what they worked on was relationships, getting together. And, you know, Abraham Lincoln officially said that the fourth Thursday in November is Thanksgiving. When we think about Thanksgiving, we think about turkey, gravy, stuffing, mashed potatoes, but historians have told us that really at the first Thanksgiving dinner, there was no turkey, it was fish.
Fish. So that's what we're talking about right here.
So the Native Americans loved sobaheg.
Okay.
Sobaheg is an Indian term for a stew loaded with different fishes. Over here we have cod, salmon, mussels, clams.
All these different,
beans.
Yes, we finish it off with kidney beans, cannellini beans, corn, sunflower seed. Of course, the Old Homestead adds to this seafood stew filet mignon and turkey breast.
Very nice. And you're going to show, what are you showing us how to make?
Well, see, fish is the issue, so I'm going to show you how to make a pan-seared striped bass with roasted potatoes and a oyster stuffing. So what we do first is we season the fish.
Salt and pepper.
And we, on the skin side, we pat it down with some flour. Little oil in the pan.
And how high do you put this up?
400 degrees.
400.
Now, while this is cooking, we're going to do the oyster stuffing.
Okay.
We've got our bread already in there, our carrots, our vegetables.
And you use what kind of bread do you use? Old bread? Like
Very old bread.
Yeah.
Very old bread. Very old bread. And we're going to add to that some chicken broth. You're going to mix it for me.
Okay.
Is it okay? And a beaten egg. I usually like to use melted butter, but the most important ingredients is the oysters, of course. So, Andrew, if you just would mix that up for me, we've got our product.
And this now, can you make this ahead of time? Yes, right?
Yes, you can. Now, you take this, after you mix it, you put it in a baking pan in the oven, 400 degrees, 20 minutes, covered. Then you take the cover off, 10 more minutes till you see that brown crust on it. Then you know you've got it exactly the way you want it.
This is super easy.
It is super easy. And this is, it's not as easy as it looks. Okay, and this is your finished product. Beautiful striped bass, exotic mushrooms, potatoes, and your oyster stuffing.
I need to come behind you and grab a fork to try some of this. Now tell us about how long do you cook this fish on either side?
4 minutes on each side, and then I like to put it back in the oven at 400 degrees for another 5 minutes till you see that the fish is actually flaky.
So you put that in the oven after this?
Absolutely.
Now, what about folks who want to do surf and turf?
Well, you see, if you can't make up your mind, we have a very simple theory, and we call it grilled lobster and steak. So we just kind of put this on the grill.
It's a serious steak.
That is a serious steak, Marc.
And we grill it to perfection. We've got it right here. You see the nice sear marks on it. You see the lobster tails. Of course, I like to squeeze a little lemon and lime on it and some drawn butter. Now, for all this exotic stuff, at the Old Homestead, on Thanksgiving Day, we have, for one day only, what we call beef and bird. It's $85. It's the best of both worlds. You have your traditional Thanksgiving dinner, your turkey, your stuffing, your gravy.
And how about dessert?
And I just want to finish that. To finish this is a USDA Prime 10-ounce filet mignon. Dessert, the world is your oyster.
That's very true. And these are potatoes, right?
Yes.
How do you? What's a tip for people who do make some of the traditional stuff? What do you like to keep in mind?
Well, basically with potatoes, what we do is we roast them, and then we mash them afterwards.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So the consistency is perfect. You're actually cooking it twice, so that makes it great. Other than that, it's what your taste is, what you like to do, and how you like to celebrate Thanksgiving.
Absolutely, Mark. Thank you. And we're bringing Vanessa in. It's feeling more like Christmas time with the weather this morning, right?
It definitely does, but alas, by Thanksgiving, we'll have warmed up nicely. We might see some rain on Thanksgiving Day. Today, passing snow showers and chilly. 46 degrees in the city, 35 in Monticello. We'll feel, though, more like the 20s and 30s out there with winds gusting as high as 50 miles per hour today. Overnight, anticipate wind chills in the single digits, in the extreme case, teens and 20s, with some passing rain or snow showers. And then tomorrow, a high of 43. It will still be windy tomorrow, but it should be a little bit drier. Certainly no big deal with the snow showers today, but something to keep in mind.
All right. Thanks so much, and happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Mark. We appreciate it. Delicious as always.
Yes. Now, CBS 2 News is back tonight at 11.
And you can check out the headlines all day long from home at CBSNewYork.com. For Vanessa and the entire CBS 2 News team, I'm Andrea Grimes.
And I'm Cindy Hsu. CBS Sunday Morning is next.